Hey RNG, Mickey here. What is an update video? Okay, well, Vsauce memes aside, it is update time. So with the global quarantine happening and everything, I have kind of been given the opportunity to, let's just say, start streaming early. This video is just to let you guys know what I'm going to be doing when I stream, and an update for basically everything else on the channel. So firstly, yes, I will be streaming. I don't entirely know when yet. I think it's going to be as of next week, but it will be only for Twitch. Twitch VODs will be uploaded to YouTube like a day or so later, but before I go into a bit more details about what I'm going to be streaming, let's cover the channel proper. So XCOM, of course, the series is going to continue. I've always said, as long as the channel's going, the XCOM series is going to be going as well. The only time the XCOM series is going to stop, either if I crash and burn it, complete it, or the channel just dies entirely. And in terms of how frequently they're going to be uploaded, I'm trying to aim for like one every month, but to be honest, it's going to be more like every other week like normal. And if you're lucky, maybe there'll be one every week. I also have planned a new series type. It's going to be more like a comedy critique series, and the first game I was going to critique was Resident Evil 2, which I ended up playing quite a bit. And for that series, I was going to use a green screen, as you can see. Unfortunately, this camera right there is really not suited to that. I mean, it's okay for this kind of thing if you're close up, especially if it's kind of window in window mode, you know, typical Twitch stream kind of stuff. It's fine for that, but for full screen capture with chroma keying, it turns out pretty. So that series is on hold for now. I have had the script written up for I don't know how many months, and I even found a bunch of old spotlights, bought soft bulbs for them, obviously set up the green screen, and I even went as far as borrowing a really expensive camera from a friend of mine that she was kind enough to lend me. But given that the camera is like, I think, $1.50, I wasn't too keen on jury rigging like a Jenga tower to balance the camera on, given how expensive it is. So as I said, that series is on hold for now until I work something out. Okay, and now the streaming schedule. I don't entirely know what the streaming schedule is yet. Hold on. I don't know what days or times I'm going to be streaming or when I'm going to start streaming. As I said, it's just going to be next week sometime. I need to sort out all the streaming software. I want to do things a bit more professionally than I have done in the past. But what I do know, the regular games are going to be, first up, Invisible Ink, starting with Vanilla Expert Plus difficulty. And then as I do more campaigns of that, I'll slowly add the difficulty mods that I've been using in the past. Next up, Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. That is definitely going to be on the channel. And the playthroughs are going to be a mix between what I've been doing in the past, doing those kind of random stats, random starting locations, random profession, random mutations, so on and so on, as well as very heavy mutation runs, like picked at random, say, bird or reptile or bovine or something like that. And all of which, with the Mega City runs on, I think they're the most interesting, they're the most dangerous. Next game that is going to be a regular, or it might be a regular, I think is going to be RimWorld, especially with the new expansion out, the Regal expansion I think it's called. And regardless of what other mods I use, all of the campaigns are going to be done with the crash landing mod, where instead of just gently land down to the ground, it's more like smash, limbs broken, people bleeding out, unconscious, and the last person standing has to heal everybody, including themselves, and then likely die of infection the following day. But as I said, I don't entirely know if I make RimWorld a regular for my streams. But moving on to just the random games I intend to play, I do want to do another run of Deus Ex Revision. There is a ninja mutator you can select where you can only use melee weapons. I think that'd be really interesting. Next up, of course, there is going to be Xenonauts. Now, I know some of you guys are going to want Xenonauts to be a regular for the stream, but I will say this, there will be at least 2 or 3 campaigns. Maybe a break between each of them, but I don't know if it'll be a regular for the channel. Next up, Phoenix Point, a playthrough of that. I don't know when. I do have issues with Phoenix Point. It's got a lot of problems with it, so I will probably do a stream of it, but as I said, I don't know when. And then all of the games you guys have been kindly donating to me over the years, I've never had a chance to play. If I'm going to be streaming one day a week at least, I'll be playing those donated games, and I might even leave it down to a vote, so keep your eyes and ears and window browser refreshed. And last thing I have in mind for streaming is Half-Life Alyx. I mean, it's out on Monday, and I was going to play it anyway. I don't know if I'm going to manage to stream it. I'm not keen on streaming games blind. The channel has notoriously not done well with that, or me. Not to mention, I have no idea how well my computer's going to handle a VR game while recording and streaming it. And on top of that, I've streamed VR in the past, and it didn't turn out too well. My connection really isn't good enough, so I don't know, maybe I'll stream like one evening, and if the picture quality is absolutely terrible, then I just won't stream it anymore. And then the last thing I want to talk about that aren't exactly streams are the series I've left kind of halfway. And those series are the Skyrim series, the Werewolf, that literally is on episode 2 or 3, I think it is, and I just stopped there, because recording VR is such a pain. And here I am talking about streaming it. But Skyrim for certain, I will not be able to stream. My computer can barely handle recording it as is. So maybe at some point I'll just do a typical recording session and record Skyrim in one go, just the entire series. So I've got it there and I can just edit at my leisure. And lastly, Kenshi, I think it is Series 2 of Friendly. Or Everybody Hates Friendly to be precise. What am I going to do with that heading into Series 3? Well, I don't really know, because Kenshi's an incredibly grindy game, and I'm not entirely sure if I want to stream it because of that. Now, I know I could stream it, then edit the streamed footage down to more manageable chunks, like I do just recording normally, but I'm trying to kind of steer clear of the editing work of YouTube, seeing as that really doesn't do my channel well. And lastly, I know somebody's going to ask, when are you going to start streaming XCOM? I've thought about it, okay? I have thought about it. But let me first say, I am not going to start an XCOM stream until the current XCOM Pets campaign is done. And no joke, that will probably take about 2 years, so there's no rush. But I do want to say, I do want to stream it at some point, and it will be kind of the same as it is now. It will be XCOM Pets. Hopefully I can find a way to add more perks into the game, and it will still be with perk roulette, random rookie perks, Master Sergeant +1 onwards random perks, you know, that kind of RNG, which I can't get enough of. But as I said, no time soon. For now though, I think that's it guys, so I guess I might see you in the stream soon enough. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye everyone. Bye-bye.